if you're watching this video, you've probably already failed your NCLEX or you're about to take your NCLEX. Well, I failed my NCLEX the first time too, so no worries. As you can see, I have on my blue scrubs, I have on my badge, so that means I'm a nurse now. Okay, so I took my NCLEX for the first time June 14th, 2016. Before that, I graduated May 14, 2016, so I took a month to study. I studied hard, studied every day. I did the HERS review. I watched the videos that they gave us. I just went through everything that I could, did practice questions, did everything that I could. So test day comes. I'm extremely nervous, as you should be. This is your life. This is your career. This test is what determines everything. So going to the test, I sit down. I'm answering questions after question after question. Like some of them I know I'm getting wrong. Some of them I think I'm getting right. So I pass. I get to 75. It doesn't cut off. I get to 100. It doesn't cut off. I get to 125, it doesn't cut off. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm in it for the long haul. I might as well get prepared to take all 265. I get to 265, and they say, if you get this answer wrong, you have failed. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I sit there on this question for like maybe 10 to 15 minutes because they told me if I get this answer wrong, I'll fail the test. So I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking about it, and I don't know if I'm getting it right or wrong. So finally, I'm just like, okay, just choose what you think it is. Test cuts off. As I'm walking out of the testing center, I'm in a daze, like, did I just fail the biggest test of my life? Did I really just fail? So I go to my car and I do the Pearson VUE test. Pearson VUE test is when you go to try to re-register for the test, like you're gonna pay for it again. And if it lets you re-register and you can advance to put in, I think it's your credit card information, that means that you failed. And if it stops you and give you a little notification that says you already have a test in progress or something like that, then that means that you passed. Well, I did that and it immediately told me that I failed. So just know that I've felt your disappointment, your hurt, your sadness, and even for me, I'm a mom and I already had my son. He was 2 at the time that I took my test. So by me not passing my test, that means that I don't have any money to take care of him. I can't work as a nurse. I can't work as a graduate nurse because as soon as you fail the test, they take your graduate license away. So I have all these emotions and I'm still trying to be hopeful for the 2-day results. And 2 days go by and I get my official results. I pay I think $7 and I failed. So at that point, I'm just like, okay, well, I have to gather myself back up, get the strength to start studying again. And I think I took maybe 2 to 3 weeks off and I hit the ground running again. Had to start back studying, did the HERS review again because I had no money to do another type of study program. I couldn't afford Kaplan, I couldn't afford anything like that. So I had to work with what I had. For both times on the test, I used the HERS review. The first time I was unsuccessful. I don't think that I felt like I studied hard, but I wasn't understanding the information on a deeper level. HERS review requires you to understand the material so you can apply it to different situations. So the first time I'm taking the test, I'm thinking surface level. What are they asking? What is the answer? But the second time I took it, I was thinking about the information on a deeper level. So that made me more successful. You do the live review. You can do the live review as many times as you want after the first one. I didn't know this initially. If I would have known that, I would have taken another live review before I took the NCLEX the first time. After I failed, that's when I found out that I can do another live review. So I signed up and I went back in, and after hearing the information again, somebody teaching me the information again, it made it stick in my head. It also comes with videos. So after failing the first time, going to the live review again, I also was listening to the videos until I knew the videos word for word and I understood the information. Any free questions that I could do on Google, any select all that applies that I could do, I really sat down, took the time to learn the information because I could not afford to do it a third time. NCLEX costs $200 itself. Every time you fail, you have to reapply to the Board of Texas. So that's the first time I paid $300 and the second time I paid $300. So for a broke person who did not have a job, who had a child, that's a lot of money. So after doing all of that, rewatching the videos, going to another live review, and paying that extra $300, I was really prepared. I did so many questions. I think I was doing about 300 questions per day because I had in my mind that I was not failing again. I felt like I was one of the only people in my class that failed. I think that's what gave me a sense of false readiness, because I was seeing all of these people take their test before me and they were passing. I was like, okay, we made about the same grades in nursing school. She was just as smart as me. She was smarter than me. You know, we made the same grades. So I feel like if she can pass, if he can pass, then I can pass. But I was wrong. I retook the test. I went in there. I was way more confident. I felt like I knew the stuff. Couldn't nobody tell me that I didn't know the information to pass that test. So I went to, I think it was in Fort Worth. I took my test there. My dad drove me because I was so nervous. He drove me out there. I went in there. I sat down to take that test. I said a little prayer before. And it was like every question, I was like, I know that. I've seen that before. I know that. And it cut off at 75 questions. I didn't know whether to be happy or sad. I was just in shock. I was just like, did I really just go from taking 265 questions to taking only 75 questions? Really? Did I really just do that? My best advice for anybody that's about to take your NCLEX or who's already failed the NCLEX is to really study hard, understand the information, stay away from social media, because a lot of your friends are going to be taking it. They're either going to pass it or fail it, and you don't want that to cloud your mind and to give you a false sense of readiness like it did me, because it definitely did. Also, you want to be able to, fit things that you like in, fit working out, going out with friends, every once in a while. You don't want to just study too hard. Just fit those other things in, and you'll be ready. And then you'll be a nurse. It'll come. If you got to take it once, twice, if you have to take it 5 times, you'll become a nurse eventually. Alrighty, until next time, it's LaTalia, BSNRN.